Hello and welcome to the world's toughest row, Pacific 2023. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We are live here in Monterey, California, for our very first Pacific Ocean row, where these guys, all 14 of them, will be rowing from here all the way to Hanalei Bay in Kaua'i. I'm Charlotte, your live reporter. Thank you so much for joining us. It is positively buzzing down here, and it's only just before 7 a.m. in the morning. Amazing. Let us know where you're watching from. Put your comments in the section below. We want to hear all about where you're from, who you're supporting. Send your messages of farewell to our teams. We are in Fisherman's Wharf, so if you're local, come down and join us. We've already got some people here. There's some people over on the wharf waiting to see them go through the final barrier into the bay. It's super exciting. Let's find out about the teams. So I will show you a little bit around. As you can see here, everybody is lined up and ready to go. Aloha Kai will be the first off. Owen looking fully prepared. In this year's fleet, Pacific Fleet, we have got 49 rowers, 14 teams coming from 11 different countries, and they are going to row, that's right, row stroke by stroke across the Pacific. No engine and no support vessel to jump on for a nap or for a breather. They are going to use their own mighty power to get them across. There's a few nerves, yeah, for sure. Definitely some nerves down here, but mostly excitement. These guys have been down here for a couple of weeks in the pre-race prep period, getting themselves ready, going through inspections, making sure they've got everything on board. And now they are proper ready to go. They are ready. They've been telling me for a couple of days now that they just want to get going. So again, thank you so much for watching. Welcome to the World's Toughest Row, Pacific 2023. I am Charlotte. Please send in your messages of support for the teams. Let us know where you're watching from. This is a completely unsupported row from Monterey, California to Hanalei Bay in Kaua'i. That's right, in Hawaii. That's in the midst of the Pacific. 22 of this year's fleet have already rowed the Atlantic previously. Oh, and that's good timing. We have got CEO and race director Carsten Heron also with us. Let's find out from him how he's feeling and what the vibe is today.
So good morning, Monterey. Good morning, USA. Good morning, Europe and rest of the world. Amazing times here in Monterey. Lots of people here for the race start of the World's Toughest Row Pacific. I'm obviously very excited. Also a bit not nervous. We have done this many years on the Atlantic, but first time on the Pacific. And I look forward to a very interesting and amazing race. So thank you for following and keep following, watching those colored dots go towards the incredible, beautiful Hanalei Bay in Kaua'i.
Super exciting. Thank you so much, Carsten. I know we're a minute before the first boat is off, so he's going to get himself ready to say his goodbyes to Owen and Jamie. We'll find out a little bit about those in a bit. These guys are going to be eating, sleeping, cleaning, and doing all of the daily tasks in the confines of these little rowboats. Yes, keep sending in your messages of support. This is the ultimate in extreme endurance challenges. 10 seconds to go. These rowers are going to be tested to their absolute limits. Here you can see Aloha Kai, our first American team to row out of the marina here. On board, we've got Owen Gray and Jamie Linker. Both of them rowed in the Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge 2021. They are a pairs team. Owen rowed in a solo previously, and Jamie rowed in a pair. That's when and how they first met. And now they're hoping to become the first USA-born pairs team to complete the Mid-Pacific row. Owen says he was tested to the limits on his last row and sees this second row as an opportunity to work through and improve how he handles the emotional challenges and testing times. Jamie says she feels particularly nervous about the first few days at sea due to the predicted harsh conditions that they will meet once they get out of the bay here. Looking very strong, rowing out there, Jamie. They'll be settling in during the first week. Take a little while if they do get any seasickness, that'll be in the first week, so it'll take a little while to get settled on board. These guys are rowing for charity's eating disorder awareness. That's close to Jamie's heart, as she has experienced firsthand the struggles with that personally for 23 years. So she's keen on helping people to understand and gain knowledge of how to tackle the disorder. And then Owen is rowing for Okaizu Foundation. That comes from the Sioux language and means unity, to come together, to heal from hurt, or to make whole. The mission of Okaizu is to help all members of families affected by childhood cancer to heal through peer support, respite, mentoring, and recreational programs. Both Owen and his wife have served as camp counselors at Okaizu. So Aloha Kai, Owen Gray and Jamie Linker heading there towards the entrance to the bay. You can see, and that will mark the start of their row across the Pacific to Kaua'i. Next up, we have got Pacific floaters heading out there. On board, we have Wolfgang Bankhauser, also known as Dewey, and we've got Katharina Streit, known as Catchy. Pacific floaters, pairs team, both previously did the row. Talus Whiskey Atlantic Challenge 2019 for Dewey and the Talus Whiskey Atlantic Challenge 2018 for Catchy. Dewey was a solo rower before, and Catchy was in a four. Catchy is from Germany and Dewey is from Austria. They met during the Talus Whiskey Atlantic Challenge 2019. Catchy actually rowed in a team of four called Row Home and was the first German team in the race. They are almost related, almost. Catchy's partner is Dewey's brother, and they're both adventurous spirits. Once they had the Atlantic under their belt, they couldn't resist coming together as a pair to take on the Pacific. They said that they're looking forward to the adventure and the wildlife. And if they're still out there, Catchy may well be celebrating her birthday on the Pacific on the 16th of July. And in fact, the boat that they're rowing in was rowed by Jamie in 2021, who left in Aloha Kai just now, you saw, and is now back in the race this year. Their charities are Wings for Life, which is a non-profit foundation for spinal cord research with the aim of making paraplegia caused by spinal cord injuries curable. And also the Raphael Hospice Salzburg, offering specialized care for terminally ill people. That's Pacific floaters heading out, Dewey and Catchy on their way. Next up, we have got row 4ALS. How are you feeling, guys?
Good. Ready to go.
Ready? Any words of goodbye to family, friends back home?
Thank everybody for the support.
Fantastic. Dale saying thank you very much for your support. He couldn't have done it without you. This is Row for ALS, our second American team out of the marina today. Tim Ryan, he's there in the back in the cap. Dale Smith in the middle there, and Abel Ryan. Second time Row for ALS have been in a rowing race. They rowed the Atlantic in 2018, both Tim and Dale. Abel is new to the race, so he's going to be learning quite a lot from these guys. The original Row for ALS team rowed across the Atlantic in 2018, like I said. And Abel is Tim's son. He's a production designer based in Los Angeles and is excited to be the newest member of the team. And Tim owns a small chain of sports bars in Utah and Colorado. And Dale is a veterinarian, orthopedic surgeon. He's got a surgery practice in Salt Lake City. And he met Tim at their local gym about 10 years ago. It's going to be Tim's birthday on the 29th of July. These guys are rowing for ALS. That's amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. It's a neurological disorder that affects the nerve cells responsible for controlling voluntary muscles. And it's all in support of fellow rower and Chief Inspiration Officer for Row for ALS Foundation, Alan Alderman, who actually completed the last race with Row for ALS and had hoped to be in this race as well. However, the relentless progression of ALS has made that impractical for Alan. Nonetheless, Alan's infectious spirit will most certainly be out there with them every stroke of the way. There they go, Row for ALS, Tim Ryan, Dale Smith, and Abel Ryan. Next up, we have HODL. They are a trio from the UK. On board, we have Matt Seeley, George Lewis Sirius, also known as Kutu, and Luca Fazer. Luca is actually from Switzerland.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the other two are from the UK. They are three friends. Matt is a training specialist and Ironman athlete. Kutu is a skipper and rugby player. And Luca works in software and is an avid crossfitter. They'd like to be the first male trio to complete the Pacific.
Let's go home! Go home!
They're excited about the camaraderie that they will have on board and the sense of achievement that they will feel upon completion. Their vision is to rid the world's oceans of plastic, supporting ocean cleanup. Their journey will actually take them right through the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is the largest accumulation of plastic waste out of the 5 oceans. And HODL aim to document their findings for the world to see. So you can follow all of our teams on World's Toughest Row on social media, but you can also look them up on their social media pages. They've all got a presence on social media, so you can always check them out. If you're wondering about how to track the race, you can download the YB Races app. Once downloaded, search World's Toughest Row, Pacific 2023. And then from there, you'll see all of our little boats. Carsten was talking about that earlier. We call them dots, and you'll be able to watch them as they cross the Pacific. So that's HODL, Matt, Kutu, and Luca making their way up. Again, send in your messages, support everybody. Let us know where you are watching from. Let us know who you are supporting. Send in your farewells and good lucks. A few people there on the wharf. It's incredible turnout this morning. Lots of support. Lots of support coming in. Next up, we have got Aurora getting ready to leave, giving us a wave. How are you feeling, ladies?
Amazing! 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aurora from the UK. They are a trio. On board, we have Dawn Wood, Sophie Hibbin, and Kay Tavinor, also known as Tabs. Both Dawn and Sophie have previously rowed the Atlantic. That's how they met. They met on a 12-man row in 2021. Quite a bit of support down here. So a trio from the UK. The name Aurora comes from the Latin word meaning dawn. Like I say, Dawn's rowed the Atlantic before. She's actually rowed 3 times, 1 time solo and twice as part of 12-man teams. This is her first time with the world's toughest row. She's super excited to be here. She was telling us the other day. She's a yacht master examiner, and runs her own sea school. So many of our ocean rowers have attended her school.
Do we have any Antiguans in the house?
Dawn and Kay met in a rowing club 8 years ago, and Sophie and Dawn met, like I say, on the Atlantic in 2021. They're all good friends, and what's most exciting for these guys is that they're able to row together and keen to maintain that close connection throughout their row. And Dawn is celebrating her birthday on the 25th of June. So again, another birthday out on the ocean. They're rowing in a boat previously rowed by the Rican rowers. Next up, we have got Team Antigua, Island Girls. You can hear lots of support behind. They've got lots of family and friends here to wave them goodbye. Samara, how are you feeling?
I am feeling pumped and ready to go to Hawaii.
Yes. That's Samara Emmanuel. On board, we've also got Kavinia Francis, Kavinia Francis, and Crystal clashing.
10, 9,
10 seconds until
8,
they leave.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These ladies are from Antigua, hence the name, and they were brought together during their previous row on the Atlantic for the Talaskuski Atlantic Challenge in 2018. They were a 4, and they became very close during that race as sisters, they say. They had hoped to be a 4 for the Pacific with Elvira Bell. However, and they wanted to get the double row. However, Elvira had to pull out the challenge at the last minute. But that wasn't going to stop these ladies. They are full of zest and they've been singing their way through the pre-race prep period here in Monterey. You can see all of their family here, super excited. Got lots of hugs in the hotel lobby earlier.
Grace?
Kavinia is a personal trainer. Kavinia is a personal trainer. I initially had reservations about her first row as she couldn't swim. So she actually learnt to swim for that row. Crystal, doing her PhD in marine biology, she became Antigua's first Olympic swimmer aged 14 and is an avid free diver. So she's been elected to go overboard and clean the bottom of the boat of barnacles, which can build up over time and can slow the teams down. So very important that they do that. And Samara is Antigua's first RYA accredited female captain, power and sail. So quite used to the ocean, although she was saying that she is not keen on bumping into any large wildlife while they're out there. So that's Team Antigua Island girls rowing the Pacific. Next up, you can see here we are with Oceans 4. Let's come in and find out how they're feeling. Hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
A little nervous, but better than this morning.
Ah,
Now it's getting real.
absolutely ready.
10,
Game
9,
faces on.
8, 7, 6,
Getting waves there from the team. On board, we've got back there Philip Kessler, Ostrid Snitch. Actually, Ostrid has done this row before. She's done the Atlantic before in 2019. These are all from Switzerland. We've also got Tony Claire and Denise Litzelschwab. Like I say, all from Switzerland. They are looking forward to the chance to share a truly unforgettable experience as a team and to return to land closer than when they left. Ostrid and Tony met at a peacekeeping mission in Kosovo. And then Ostrid met Denise at their local rowing club. Together they found Philip at a rowing club in a neighbouring town. Ostrid would celebrate her birthday on the 14th of July if they're still on the ocean. Ostrid, like I say, previously rowed the Atlantic in the Task Whiskey Atlantic Challenge in 2019 with Swiss Ocean Dancers team. And it was so interesting when they came into Antigua because they had a pod of dolphins as their escort for miles. The first time I'd seen that. And they took them right up to the finish line.
Charging knots. That was a cracker.
They all enjoy adventurous challenges like rowing, skiing, cycling, hiking. There they go. Next up, you can see here we have Team Ohana. Another team from the United States of America. These are a fours team, all of whom have rowed the Atlantic before.
7, 6, 5.
So no strangers to ocean rowing.
3, 2, 1.
There you can see Paul Laurie. He's giving his best regards to his home, Amelia Island. If you are watching Amelia Island, do send in your messages of support. So on board, we've got Paul Laurie, we've got Matt Steinlin, Marina Hunziker, and Iris Nordsai. Iris actually has rowed the Atlantic twice, both in 2020 and 2021.
You got this!
Marina and Iris are from, so Marina is Swiss and Iris is from the Netherlands. And then Paul and Matt are from the USA. In fact, Matt was originally born in Switzerland. Oh, they are going out fast. And they all met in the Talisker Atlantic Challenge 2021. Iris has a background in lifeboat rowing. She's been doing that for many years. And she first took part in the Atlantic, in rowing the Atlantic in 2020, completing the challenge in 43 days as part of a team of the winning, the fours team, the female team winning the Murden Trophy for the women's class. And then the very next year, she was out again on the Atlantic. She enjoys the steady state of mind that ocean rowing gives her. Marina took part in the Talisker Atlantic Challenge 2021 as part of a pairs team. She loves a good challenge and music. They're two things that she says she can't live without. And she also said that she can sleep or has slept through a 6.4 earthquake, which is quite interesting. So that might come in handy when she's out there and the bad weather hits on the Pacific. And then Matt, like I say, is Swiss-born, now living in Florida. He's also rowed in a pairs team, 2021 Talisker Atlantic Challenge. He has a strong will and admits whenever he feels like quitting, he just keeps pushing through.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Our next team is Pacific Discovery. Probably the boat with the most amount of nationalities on board. Cameron Parker lives in Switzerland, but from South Africa. Stuart Thompson from the UK, Newcastle, UK. Cello Chilovsky from Romania. And then there's Tia Patricios, and she's representing Greece and Switzerland, but also, I believe, South African. Cam is the only member of the team who's rowed the ocean before. It was his dream to pull together a team after his Atlantic row. He rowed in Atlantic Discovery in 2018. Tia is a water lover, considers herself somewhat of a fish in human form, and she's happiest when she's outdoors on adventures. Cello is quietly courageous and loves biking and is the team techie. And Stuart comes with a Royal Naval background, having served as an engineer, and is passionate about sailing and all things ocean. And they are supporting charity Mind, with 1 in 4 people being affected by some sort of mental health challenge each year, Mind is a UK-based organisation committed to ensuring respect and support for every person experiencing challenges with their mental health. And this is particularly important to the team as they're fully aware of the mental resilience, discipline and determination that they're going to need to complete what lies ahead of them on the Pacific. Pacific Discovery there, leaving
30 seconds.
Leaving into the harbour. Cameron, Stuart, Cello and Tia. Send in your messages, support. You see your flag, support the team. Happy days. Next up is Kiwi Fondue.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Fondue! Let's go, Fondue! Go on, boys! Go, Fondue!
These guys are flying the Swiss flag.
Go hard, boys. Happy days!
2 are from the UK, 2 are from Switzerland. On board we have Alex Brooker. We have Gamata Lorenz, Gamata Alexander, and Richard Henderson. Gamata Lorenz and Gamata Alex are brothers
Go, lads.
from the mountains in Switzerland.
That's the one.
And they consider themselves a team of brothers.
Besides the dog.
Like I say, 2 of them are brothers from Burr.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
They are rowing to help the restoration process of the world's dying coral reefs, so supporting Coral Vita. And they protect threatened ecosystems by growing diverse and resilient corals and outplanting them into degraded reefs. So on board, an Englishman living the Alps, working with various Swiss athletes. There's another Englishman who sailed to New Zealand. A native Swiss international mountain guide. And another Swiss-born carpenter, project manager, and avid mountain bike rider. Alex, Lorenz, Alex, and Richard. Kiwi Fondue, flying the Swiss flag. You are watching the world's toughest row, Pacific 2023. All the teams that you see leaving here, if you've just joined us, they are rowing the Pacific Ocean from California to Kaua'i. And as you can see there, it's 2,800 miles from that point all the way to the island of Kaua'i. We have an army team up next, Pacific One. How are you feeling?
Excited, jacked. Want to get going? Want to get going?
Ready, ready, ready. Any words to your friends and family watching?
See you on the beach. Fortune favours the brave. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pacific One consists of Major Simon Farley, Captain Christopher Barnes, Captain Christopher Bailey, and Captain Samuel Morris, all from the UK. All of the crew are serving members of the 1st Battalion, the Yorkshire Regiment, the Coruna Company. Simon is originally from Kent, he's a serving infantry officer with the Royal Yorkshire Regiment. He served for 20 years. Chris Bailey served in the army for 8 years from Herefordshire. He's a keen rugby player, spear fisherman, and loves heading off into the distance on his motorbike. Sam, he grew up in Cheshire and joined the Royal Yorkshire Regiment in 2018. Loves throwing himself at any opportunity when it relates to sporting adventures. He's been intrigued by ocean rowing ever since James Cracknell and Ben Fogle crossed the Atlantic way back in 2005. And then Chris Barnes is from South Yorkshire, a constant thrill seeker. I mean, they must be, mustn't they, to be doing a challenge like this. Chris admits that he thrives on the demands of military service and the constant demands of any challenge, both physical and mental. That's Pacific 1, off onto the Pacific. Simon, Chris, and Sam from the UK. They are rowing for 3 charities: St Michael's Hospice, Give Them a Sporting Chance, and Young Minds. Looking very strong as they leave Fisherman's Wharf. Such a beautiful day here in Monterey. We've had quite a few overcast days. It's been a bit chilly, but once the sun comes out like it is today, oh, it's lovely. Incredible. Army Team Pacific 1 with 2,800 miles to go. That works out as 4,444 kilometers for those who prefer kilometers. Next up, we've got Brothers N Oars. Brothers N Oars.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That was Paris Norris telling us that we'll see them in Hawaii. Brothers N Oars. On board, there is Oliver Amos, also known as Ollie, Harry Amos, their brothers, Barnaby Lewis, better known as Barney, and Paris Norris. And they're representing the United Kingdom. Fourth team, consisting of 2 brothers, and all 4 are friends, hence the name, Brothers N Oars. The friends call themselves the Oars. Together they love a challenge and pride themselves on their close-knit brotherhood. I believe that's what will see them through a strong crossing. Ollie is based in Stockholm.
Please, that's fairly well tied on.
Based in Stockholm and is an energy storage specialist and thrill seeker. Harry is based in Dubai and a consultant in sustainable technology. He's actually a former captain in the British Army. Paris is also based in Dubai. He's a British adventurer and media personality. He actually hosts an adventure TV show called Guy in Dubai. So look him up on YouTube. He likes a bit of skydiving in his spare time. They're shouting, "We love you, we love you." You might not be able to hear that on camera 1 there. Shouting, "We love you, we love you." And Barney is a London-based strategy consultant, 3-time marathon runner, ski instructor, paramotorist as well. Barney is going to celebrate his 34th birthday on the 27th of June. Lots of fun on the pontoon, those lads, doing all sorts of dancing. Particularly excited about wearing very colourful shorts. We'll see them again when they arrive into Kaua'i, probably wearing the same shorts, I think. They're supporting Blue Marine Foundation. It's a charity dedicated to restoring the ocean to health by addressing overfishing, one of the world's biggest environmental problems. And they're also supporting Invictus Games. which use the power of sport to inspire recovery, support rehabilitation, say that again, and generate a wider understanding and respect for wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women. Here, the next team is Ocean Warrior. Ocean Warrior, a Danish team, 3 of whom haven't rowed the ocean before, only 1 of them has. On board, we have Lasse Wolf Hansen. He's the one who's rowed the Atlantic 3 times before. The Talisker Atlantic Challenge 2018, 2019, and 2021. We've also got Joakim Sutton on board, Andreas Derbu, and JP Leslie Nergard. And Leslie really wanted to let his wife know how much he's going to miss her while he's out on the Pacific. Sending her lots of love. She's actually here waving him goodbye. Danish team, Lasse, like I say, rowed the Atlantic 3 times. First time he was in a pair. Second time he went as a 4. And the third time he went as a solo, becoming the first Dane to do the crossing alone. And like you can see, he is now back to take on the challenge once more, this time the Pacific, and excited that it will be more of a struggle and more of a challenge than before. That's what he was super looking forward to. Andreas and Joakim have had experience rowing at a national level, with Joakim competing in the Olympics in 2021, earning himself and Denmark a bronze medal. They're all really, really tall. And JP said that he was keen to step out of his comfort zone in a meaningful way. And they're rowing for the Danish Childhood Cancer Foundation. Really fast out there. And they were saying that the physical and mental challenge, not to mention the weather patterns and the struggle that they will face, is exactly what is spurring the team on. And here we have our final team to leave today. This is Flying Fish. They are a 5. Let's see if we can get in here. We've got 30 seconds before they go. These guys, 4 of them have rowed the Atlantic before.
Yep.
How you doing, Ali?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Ready?
Good to get going.
Anything you'd like to say to viewers back home?
Just lots of love. We'll see you in Hawaii.
Yes. And if you haven't booked your tickets to Kaua'i, why not? Now's a good time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep it together.
Flying Fish, our only 5, team of 5 in the World's Toughest Row Pacific 2023. On board, Andy Warner, Elaine Thieker, Alison Wannell, otherwise known as Ali, Hugh Carden, and Neil Blackaby. Andy rowed the Talisker Atlantic Challenge in 2015. Elaine rowed in 2017. Alison in 2018. And Neil Blackaby again in 2015. He was the only one that hasn't rowed an ocean. He's there at the back in the cap rowing, or at the front, I should say. And Hugh says that at 63, this may be the last opportunity he gets. He's extremely excited to be a part of the team. Andy rowed in a pairs team. Elaine rowed in a female trio and actually achieved 2 Guinness World Records back in 2017. Alison is a fine boat river rower. She rowed in a mixed 4 in 2018. And Neil is a gig rower and a yachtsman, and previously rowed, like I say, in 2015, Talisker Atlantic Challenge 2015, in a pairs team.
And Elaine will be celebrating her 60th birthday in 4 days. So send her a happy birthday, guys. Let her know that you're watching. So these guys are all from the UK, supporting Air Ambulance UK, based in 4 different regions of the UK. Air Ambulance UK in the regions of Devon, Cornwall, Hampshire, and Isle of Wight and Wales. And they're also supporting SAPA, formerly the Soldiers, Sailors, Airmen and Families Association, the Armed Forces charity. There they go. Getting a nice reception there from everybody on the wall. A wave there from Andy at the front. Our final team to leave Monterey in the world's toughest road, Pacific 2023. They've got 2,800 miles to go. And they're crossing there. That marks the start of their challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on sending in your messages of support. If you're watching live and if you're watching back, make sure you're sending in your messages of support as well. Here we are, back with Race Director CEO Karsten Herron-Olsen. What words do you have for us, Karsten?
Well, just as in La Gomera, where we start the World Toughest Row Atlantic, you know, a bit lost for words. It's been an incredible morning. Look at the weather, the sun is shining. At the same time, very emotional. Look at the dock here, completely empty now. All the energy seems like, you know, it feels like it's been soaked out to the Pacific. But an amazing morning, and our 14 teams are now on their way, you know, for their journey of a lifetime. 49 incredible human beings, very inspirational, and the way they have been down here in Monterey have been, you know, more than we can ask for. And I look forward to see them all on the other side in Kaua'i, Hanalei Bay, where they awaits an incredible, you know, you can't even describe the arrival they're going to get over there. A beautiful, beautiful place. A lot of people turned up this morning. We had an early start, way earlier than normal, but a great crowd on the wharf and here down in the harbor. So a big thank you to everyone, also the ones following, families around the world support us. Here we go again, World's Toughest Row, new edition, the Pacific, Monterey to Kaua'i. So I'm happy, as always, but I will be more happy when all teams are on the other side. I've said a number before. 82 people have rowed successfully across the Pacific. That number should be 131 in a few months' time. So that's what we're aiming for, and we will be with our teams all the way. So thank you for watching, and keep following and keep looking at those stats at YB Races, World's Toughest Row. Back to you, Charlotte.
Thank you, Karsten. Thank you so much. And they're off, you see. Just like Karsten said, they've taken the energy with them, and we wish them all the very, very best. So again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We appreciate your presence. Make sure that you continue to track the race. So what you can do, if you didn't hear before, you can download the YB Races app if you're wondering. So go to your Play Store or App Store. Search World's Toughest Row Pacific 2023. You can put that, there's a bar at the top that says add races. So click on that, search the World's Toughest Row, and then you can follow the dots, become a part of the Dot Watcher community. We call all the boats on the tracker dots. You can click on the dots, you can find out a little bit more about each of the teams. There's a little social media section on there, so you can find out what each of them, what their updates are. And then keep an eye out on our social media pages, World's Toughest Row. We're going to be sending out updates on the teams as well. Look out for those regular updates. Thank you so much for joining us live here from Monterey, California this morning. We will see you again in Kaua'i in a very short amount of time. Stay tuned. We look forward to it. Bye.